Like any good stamp collector, Wei Xiao takes great pains to find the stamps he wants, scanning through volumes of collector's guides, creating his own list of desirable stamps, then trying to find those stamps in stores or through other collectors. It's an exercise in patience.
Those 5 volumes and mark all this have something to do with biology.
Research in microbiology is no different. As a researcher in the Department of Microbiology and Immunology at the University of Saskatchewan, Professor Xiao has spent a lifetime being interested in living organisms. Now he's been recognized as a distinguished researcher at the U of S for 2008. It started when he was a child growing up in China during the Cultural Revolution. Wei recalls there wasn't much schooling due to the chaos created by the movement. Many students like him were sent to rural China to work on farms.
So I spent 3 years in a farm to do the labor work and to do others. But I began to develop interest because the place I went primarily grew vegetables. So I said, well, can we do something? Can we improve the yield?
Those questions led Wei to study plants, first at an agricultural college in China, where he earned a scholarship, which brought him to study botany at the University of Toronto, then to the University of Saskatchewan for his PhD, followed by postdoctoral work at Harvard University in Boston. That research led to an interest in how mutating genes can have an impact on the health of humans.
I'm doing a research in the field of so-called DNA repair, basically how cells respond to environmental carcinogens, because the vast majority of carcinogens cause DNA damage and cause cancer. So therefore, we are really asking how cells respond to those environmental carcinogens and to protect themselves from causing cancer.
At the University of Saskatchewan, Wei and a group of his graduate students have discovered a way to trigger a protein complex called 911, which spurs cells to fight cancer-causing agents. The findings were published in the prestigious journal Cell in 2008. The team's work was hailed by colleagues as a landmark discovery. Right now, Wei's work involves baker's yeast. But 911 also exists in human cells, so the potential to extend the findings to humans is there. Wei says this finding may only be beneficial for people who have that defective gene, but the understanding of the trigger may lead to future scientific discoveries surrounding cancer.
Only when we understand it, then we can work on that. If you don't know even which genes are defective, there's no way you can do it. So this is on the applied side, but just accumulation of knowledge itself, there's long-term, short-term impact on the human, on the public health and environment, because sometimes you don't know what this study will lead to.
Wei and his colleagues have also developed antibodies with potential use in screening animals and humans for protein imbalances that could cause cancer. Some of these antibodies have been licensed to companies for further development as diagnostic tools.
Collecting seeds.
One thing the research has definitely led to is a future crop of young scientists.
More than half of graduate students that have been supervised in the past come from our own programs. So it's become quite successful routine.
Wei's interest in his students has earned him their trust and loyalty. He was chosen as Supervisor of the Year in 2007 by the U of S College of Medicine Graduate Students Society.
Memorial stamps, this.
His determination is also reflected in his stamp collection, like when he found an obscure stamp from 1969 Spain depicting the genetic code table.
And that is the core of genetics or molecular biology. So it's not a valuable stamp to many other people. To me, for the entire 5-volume collection, this is the stamp I wanted.